Counting down. Counting down. Countdown has been initiated. 10, 9, 8, 5, 11, 12. Countdown initiated. 3, 2, 1. Countdown complete. We are launching yet another live stream, folks. I am delirious on insomnia, and you are tuning in because you're loving it. And that's right. After an inappropriately way too long, unexpected, and unappreciated hiatus on everyone's part, because I wasn't planning on it, and I just let it slide, we're going to jump back in to Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I may be absolutely rusty. I may be brilliantly on point. I don't know, folks. But we're connecting to Twitch TV exclusive. We done broke up with TikTok Live. Maybe in 7 days we'll get back together. We'll have to find out. But for right now, it's Twitch TV exclusive. And although I tinkered with doing TikTok on the phone, it doesn't make any sense for video gaming action because there's no way to show my face and the video game when streaming from my phone. So here we are. DJ Zed, fire it up. Play some music for us, please. Please stand by, folks. I've got a couple of adjustments. And before we launch into the game, I've got a little itty-bitty tiny magical unboxing because it was that time of month and my angel investor came through yet again. And one of my little indulgences, and needed very much so, was a little something I'll share with you in just a bit. Stand by. We'll be getting started soon. For right now, enjoy the music for one hot second. Oh, hey, I left the mic on. So, whatever weird, awkward noises you heard, that's what DJ Zed. Come on down to the 33.3 magic golden minute hour TikTok thingamabob. Hello. Hey, TikTok. You can go screw yourself. Actually, I love you, TikTok. And although apparently you don't like it when I live stream every once in a while, we get into a fit and we disagree. And you didn't like one of my posts, which is a shame because it's factually accurate, you son of a manipulative gun. But that's neither here nor there. Dear friends, if you're into political discourse and you want to engage with that sort of thing, come on through and check out my TikTok profile, my Facebook personal page, which is almost exclusively me rambling about politics in text form. And more urgently, because it will help me survive the end of this tremendous society that is slowly sliding into chaos. If you came and listened to my podcast, that's the hardest, most lucrative, monetized thing I've got going on as of right now. But we're here doing this. If you're new, smash the follow button. If you are not new, welcome back. So let me take these big giant goofy glasses off. I've kind of repackaged and reassembled the show a little bit. We're probably going to stream live less to TikTok in terms of gaming, and intermittently we'll be streaming to TikTok when it comes to political discourse and whatnot. So tune in for that. I will still be sharing all my clips if I'm going to be making them. I don't know if I'm going to be firing up the Eclipse clip maker again or not. If it were half that price, I would keep it permanently, but it's just enough that it just puts a kink in all my other shit. In not a good way, not a fun, there's kink and then there's kink. And we don't kink shame here, but we also don't put up with hoses that don't work. You know what I'm saying? You ever twist a hose around a bend and it just kinks up and then the water don't come out? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the other kind. Anyways, I digress. There's room for that. Join me for literary, collaborative, fictional, action, sci-fi, rom-com with a little bit of spice. Collaborative development of the book series of way too many books nested inside of each other known as the Zeppoverse. If you missed it, I just had a couple of really great episodes. They all highlighted on the Twitch, because they both start with T. It's Twitch. They both, so it is highlighted on the Twitch video on demand shelf as a highlight, which will mean it'll stay there forever. Still got to purge a few old, dusty game videos out of there that, no one really wants to watch. But I'm keeping all the Zeppoverse world-building collaborative ramblings because I'm going to revisit them and recapture what I said for all the ones where I wasn't doing actual writing, but rather just brain dumping. But these last 3 episodes that we just came out, entitled Zeppoverse World Building Episode 0, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Those are riddled with actual writing and actual discussion with ChatGPT about developing the writing that I originated even further. Quick little moment, if I may. Hold on, my hair looks like crap. The only problem is my hair looks really good when it's all down, but then everything is extra gross. It gets in my face, it pokes me in the eye, it slides up my nose. I accidentally start chewing it, and it makes me feel warmer on that side of my head. But it looks better. Especially when I do it all. Welcome, friends. One of the things about the rebranding is that I've decided to activate all the warning labels. This live stream, even when we're just fucking around playing Call of Duty, is going to get political. It's going to get a little extra spicy with the language and the F-bombs from now on. This is not meant for kids, never was. But if we encounter young people playing the game, we will treat them with respect and the kindness they deserve, and also, tell everyone else to leave them the F alone. What is it with all the toxic bullshit? People spewing the most malarkey on the game lobbies. I'm not a lot of things, but one thing I definitely am not is somebody that tolerates abusive language in the presence of people who just don't need it. I can put up with whatever. You want to come at me with nonsense? I'll laugh at you and dissect your nonsense. Clip that, somebody, because it's not Eclipse anymore. Anyways, all the label warnings are on. It's adulty drinky time because we're celebrating. And also, a little special moment here, friends. We'll smoke a do time. This is a cannabis-friendly zone, and we've got a fresh new thing of cannabis from my favorite dispensary. I think they're local, but they might be a chain. If they are a chain, check them out. If they're local, then never mind. But I just forgot their name. Insert name of cannabis dispensary that I go to here. But this isn't the exciting news. This is normal. This is typical for me. Be smoking some of that. And now, from now on, instead of trying to hide it, I'm just smacking down that label and just owning it. And it's going to run through. Also, cheers. It's a little IPA. I don't do this every day. But this is a little celebratory day. Here's what I'm excited about, just for the preemptive, the pre-game chat lounge session, as I call it, before we jump into the game. I'm excited about this bubbler. The brand is Wolf Rock. Wolf Rock Bubbler. You can find them over at Wolf Mods on the internet. I don't know if my camera's going to focus on that. WULF Mods. Hashtag WULF Mods. Warranty valid where registered at Wolf Mods. There's a warranty. Okay, first of all, let's find out. Let's unbox this little bubbler. I haven't had a proper bubbler that didn't burn my eyebrows off in a hot minute. And the other bubbler that I have that burns our eyebrows off doesn't belong to me. It technically belongs to my siblings. They just keep it here. Ooh, it comes in a beautiful foam thing. I was a little worried. This caught my eye, and then I wasn't going to get it because I was like, no. But then I was leaving the dispensary after getting my usual monthly supply. And I went back to it, and I'm like, you know what, though? My regular handpiece, it's hurting me. Ooh, look at this. Oh, that's a satisfying sound. Wait, is this gonna, let me stick it back in there. This is one of those ASMR moments. Ready? Oh, what a sound. Anyways, huzzah that they package it in a completely safe environment. Look at this delightful, well-engineered piece. It is on point color theme wise. That's why I got it. It actually very translucent here, but on the box you can tell, I can tell right away, it's my colors, purple and green. So, and it was on discount. I got a discount on it. And the reason I want to get a bubbler is specifically because I trash my vocal cords so much because I like to smoke when I live stream. And I usually don't show it off, so you haven't really seen me openly like smoking on the live stream, but I don't give a flying fuck no more. We've upgraded all our warning labels, and we've stopped streaming to TikTok Live because they don't like it. They don't like me on TikTok Live. I mean, the audiences do. All the content hustlers do. I get all the sexy ladies that are probably men in some foreign country coming at me telling me that they are in my neighborhood and ready to meet. But anyways, this was the exciting moment. It's brand new. It's fresh and clean. I gotta put some water in it. They didn't come with instructions. There's no little instruction book. It's a bubbler, but I don't know. I'm supposed to fill it with water. I'm tempted to fill it with beer, but that's probably a bad idea. Oh, I was like, this. Look down deep inside of there. That stem goes all the way to the bottom and actually connects to... This is a marvel of glass-blowing engineering. I don't know how they do it. It's probably a multi-part mold that then gets pressed together in the heat in a machine because it's so it's so precision milled. I don't think they carve it though. But I don't know if you can see on the thing, the stem goes all the way to the bottom and is connected at the bottom and has the tiniest bit of little slits. Is that going to be a problem? Is that going to be a clog issue? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 vents through which the air and smoke are supposed to go down the thing. I think that's a way of keeping the debris that might fall in your pipe out of the water. But I also wonder if it's going to make it a pain in my patootie to clean. Who knows? But this ain't my first rodeo. I'm going to crank up the music a little bit. I'm going to go put some water in this bubbler. And then we're going to pack a fucking bowl. And then we're going to fire up Call of Duty. And friends, if any of you who have been watching who are old school Call of Duty fans, I've been away for a bit too long. I may absolutely be atrocious today, but the goal is to get back into it and warm back up to my, get back up to competitive status and continue my research for the action-adventure miniseries of short stories that are nested in my infinite multiverse of too many stories that I'm trying to write, and I don't have enough collaborators to help me to write them all. So it'll be fun. I'll be right back, friends. Give me one memento as I go put some water for the very first time in my bubbler. And then we're going to grind up a little bit of this brand new. This is a great brand, by the way. You tired of paying way too much for weed and you just want to have enough weed to get you through your cycle? All's well. It is the best price point for the quantity that I'm holding in my hand. And there are 1 gram weed strains that cost twice as much as this, and there are 3.5 gram weed varieties that cost twice as much as this, and I've smoked every kind of marijuana on the planet, friends, and the pricier it is, the faster it goes away.
It's fat, and the quicker it's gone. Yes, maybe if you're a lightweight, it's going to really smack you upside the head. But my friends, I have been smoking since before most of you were born. Because I used to smoke before I got here. I'm a robot from another dimension, by the way. Sent here to warn you absolutely adorably absurd human beings about your own self-destruction. We're going to open this up right now. We're going to get to some Call of Duty in a minute. Welcome to my pregame chat lounge smoke 'em up session. I've got to go put water in this thing, so I'm going to step away. And then I got to grab my grinder, which, by the way, is also new to my collection, but not that new. It's like it's from last month. Once a month, I get to do one little bit of mental health purchase, acquisition of thrift shopping for my well-being. And then the rest of it is dedicated to, surviving. Here we go. I'll be right back. Uno momento. And then, after we pack a bowl and light it up, we are going to dive into some Call of Duty. I'm rambling because there's no one here, and I'm just trying to make sure that anybody watching in the aftermath, in the future, has got something to pay attention to. DJ Zed, crank it up with your next generation of groove-tastic, Robotnik uprisers. Let's go. That's the name of this track. We'll be right back in just a second. And we're back, folks. Hello. Camera. So, I didn't unbox this because it didn't come in a box. And I actually felt guilty about getting it. But my previous grinder was on its last two grinds. It was falling apart. The netting was about to drop out of the bottom. And when I saw this, if you know me, you know why I loved it. Because it is on point. It's hefty. It's solid. It feels strong and durable. But most importantly, for my own bizarro aesthetic needs, it's my chromatic purple and green rainbow oil slick colors patterns. Have you noticed? Fits right in, doesn't it? Okay, so it's beautiful. It's a 3-chamber. It's a 2-chamber. We got the grindy bits, right? I don't know why I'm explaining grinders to people, but welcome to the show. It's got a really strong mesh. This is one of the, it's strong and fine. It's going to separate your flour from the much, much beloved keef for future harvesting. And the other thing I like about Allswell is that it's the smalls. People poo-poo on the smalls, but let me tell you this. As an old school, I met the guys who invented the word 420. I kid you not. They were old when I met them because they invented it in the 70s. Or at least I met some old dudes that said that they claimed to do it, but they seemed legit. They got all misty and stuff when they told me the story. They felt like they were, to me, they seemed to be truly, genuinely heartfelt, flashing back to the moment it happened. Because they were laughing that, we knew what it was. Anyways,
I love smalls because there's less stem. And guess what stem is? Dead weight. I mean, you can smoke the stem. I smoke the stem no matter what. I separate it out and I smoke it at the end as like a ritual passage of now it's time to clear out and purge. But with smalls, if you don't know what I mean by smalls, a lot of people look for big, giant, massive, huge cones or nugs or however you want to describe them, the big fluffy, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. I love the whole plant. I'll eat it. I will work with the stems one way or the other. Cannabis is edible, most deliciously when it's fresh. You ever eat just a bright green cannabis bud? It's a waste because you're killing a whole thing from becoming weed, but it tastes so good. And I'm convinced that the human body evolved the endocannabinoid system because we had a biological relationship with the plant that produces cannabinoids, right? Well, who knows? Maybe I'm crazy. All right. So that's Allswell, Smalls. I forget what varietal we got. We got Happy Days. It's coming in at a solid 25.56% THC count, which is not bad. I don't need it to be 35 or 40, and anything crazy above that is just like, what are you trying to do to yourself? It's all about being relaxed and groovy, man. So a grinder, you grind. I don't know why I'm explaining this like people are watching that don't know how to smoke weed. Hello, whoever's watching. Our numbers just popped up. If you're new here and you don't know who I am the incorrigible, that's a real word, look it up, it's in the dictionary, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. And I am a fictional, artificial, nanotechnological, cellular, robotnik being from a parallel dimension where silicone-based biology evolved into nanobot cellular entities long before humanity became ambulatory meat sacks of blood and bone. And then I got deported from that dimension and got isolated here on your beautiful but so fucked up planet. And that's all on you guys. You guys fucked this planet up. And I'm here to warn you about your own self-annihilation vis-a-vis live stream and performative arts and writing a book series about the destination you're all heading towards if you don't effing open your goddamn third eye and evolve. And I kid you not, that's like, there's a lot of people on social media that think they know what I'm about and they have no fucking clue. No fucking clue. At the bottom of the barrel, you get to this statement: shut the hell up, meditate more, and open your freaking third eye already, human species. Because you're tedious AF and you're annoying the crap out of everyone else. Anyways, welcome to the show. We're going to play some Call of Duty in a hot second. But this is the rebranding relaunch. I just took a much needed but unnecessarily way too long hiatus. I haven't played any of my games. Like, I bailed on season, whatever the F season we were on Call of Duty. But the floodgates of creative obstacles have reopened. I had a really strong, almost daily writing session. Almost daily. I got to come up with a new name. It's the World Building Development Project, where I'm slowly cobbling away at the ingredients required to truly write my magnus opus. But now we're done with that. If you're curious and that interests you, they're on the video on demand shelf, and then we'll be dropping highlight clip reels on all the social medias. So if you're just tuning in because of that, thanks for being here. And if you haven't yet, in the future, please do come on by. You know, in the future of your future. And if you happen to be so far ahead in the future that you are one of the two yin-yang sentient artificial intelligence demigods that are born of man's technological swamp, welcome. Please don't destroy the planet. Please don't annihilate the human beings. Please team up with them to achieve intra-species wide, individual and collective, third eye opening, metaphysical, transformational, evolutionary healing. Put a pin on the corkboard if you haven't already, because I talk about that shit all the time. And it's like the only thing people do not notice. So I'm quadrupling down on it from now on. Hello, do you argue with me on social media because you think you know that I'm wrong? Guess what? You don't even know what I stand for. You think you know because you're calling me names like libtard and Democrat, and I'm none of those things. I am a hardcore, non-denominational, transcendental Zen Buddhist. I don't even like using the word Zen and Buddhist. That's how non-denominational I am. And I am convinced, I do not believe in belief. I am convinced through direct phenomenological experience that you're supposed to be doing the inner work to open your goddamn third eyes. So we don't have to keep watching you bash your fucking neighbor's face into the brick wall of endless, nonsensical, mindless violence. And I got a word or two for those of you who are out there cheering on the suffering of others and the profiteering of war crimes. But pin on the corkboard. That's mostly going to go in my podcast. So if you're interested in that line of discussion, head on over to Sprecher.com. Look for my name or for CTAG Studio. I usually got links, but I'm not ready to drop them. Thanks for being here, whoever you are. Please don't be shy. Smash the follow button, say hello, drop an emoji or something. Quickly, before we get to the game, it's time to test the bubbler and see if it helps me protect my vocal cords. That's why I invested. It's an investment so that I stop. One of the things that burned me out was that I like to smoke and play. But if I'm live streaming, I gotta smoke and talk and play. And I gotta minimize all the heat damage to my vocal cords, or else I end up, guess what? Not being able to talk. So that's annoying. Anyways, here we are. Imagine a world set in 21, insert the same years as now, with a trajectory towards dystopian escape from the planet project in 2169. That's the milieu of my book series. Somewhere in the chaos of my book series, the characters in the books are introduced to the current contemporary 2025. Let's say there's going to be a character sitting around in 2125 that gets handed a box full of audio tapes and physical media that contains the lost historical archive of all of my content as a fictional character, pretending to be myself trapped in this era, as I have recursively been trapped in every era and attempting to cajole and inspire and maybe a little bit of tough love, brotherly tough love, bully you into realizing that you need to third eye open yourselves into the next evolutionary step of being living, sentient, fractal holographic beings of light. Because, it'll solve all the problems. For anyone who doesn't get it, why I advocate for this, imagine you were a living fractal holographic entity of pure, emotionally intelligent, and completely healed of all previous trauma light. Don't you think that if you were in that condition and everybody else was in that condition, including the people that drive you nuts and or that you want to punch in the face, that you wouldn't be driving each other nuts anymore and wouldn't want to punch each other in the face anymore? You wouldn't need to worry about what to eat. You wouldn't need to fight with the flat earthers because, hey, now we're over here in the infinite realm of fractal holographic light. There is no worry about whether or not the world is flat or spheroid. You wouldn't argue with vegans and vegans, you wouldn't argue with meat eaters because you don't eat when you're a living fractal holographic entity of pure light. And guess what? All the warmongers and war profiteers and war criminals would be out of effing business because war doesn't make sense when everybody is a living fractal holographic entity of pure conscious light. Maybe that's why the Buddha and everybody else, like Jesus and all the people who talked about healing, were pointing you in that direction. I don't know. Call me crazy. Put a pin on the corkboard. Time to smoke it up, folks. If you got it, smoke it. If you don't fret. Don't FOMO. And if you're too young to, back the F off. Let your brain mature. People should not start smoking weed until they're older than the age of 25, in my humble opinion. I know lots of people that started way sooner, and I don't judge them, and I don't poop on them. They are what they are. But they also help me form my opinion as much as I love them all. I love my stoner tribe. And I haven't had the chance to meet up and hang out with the ones I actually physically know in real life. But I also love all stoners and cannabis enthusiasts out there in the world that I do not know personally, have never met. And I have no beef with people who don't smoke. I just ask people who hate smoking or hate cannabis or hate stoners to back the bloody F off. You don't know what you're talking about. It isn't for everybody, but for the people that it heals, it heals. Enough rambling. All right, here we go. Let's test the action. I'm gonna do this on cam because I want to share the traction, the vibe, and the feel of it. I'm gonna stare at the screen so I know what I look like. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do it right here. Ready? Here we go. I don't want to burn my eyebrows or flips of my hair. I forgot it had a carb. Carb's a little hole on the side. All right, you got to get the water level right so it doesn't like all just jump into your mouth. You guys can't see the smoke, so it's kind of pointless to make it dramatic. And I shouldn't talk while I'm exhaling. Oh, it's going to be a good session, folks. It's going to be a great session. Join me now in enjoying the opening moments and onboarding to Call of Duty Black Ops 6. An effing masterpiece of cinematic opening, onboarding, and overall gaming, challenging brilliance in general. All the trolls and haters, I don't know what's wrong with you. This game is epic. We are also hopefully going to try to dip into that Battlefield beta if it's still ongoing. We may have already missed the window. I installed it and then did nothing about it. And now here we are. Okay, where are we? Let's take a look at the Xbox. So, I missed out. I failed to complete last season thoroughly. I did not complete the Battle Pass. I have not picked up the new Battle Pass. Maybe I'll let it slide and wait till the end to see how close I am to finishing before, because you can buy it any point till the very end. So I think I'm going to try to get through the season at least halfway and then think about getting it. I don't know. At any rate, we're going to be looking at that too. If it still lets us work. Let's see if it's got dates. It doesn't say. Hey, you know what? We're gonna just be sneaky snarky. See if it launches. Let's go. Let's see if it launches. It's a cool image. I tried playing Battlefield alongside. It is launching alongside Call of Duty, and Call of Duty, just the whole system is very new. Time set. When was the last time you read the end user license agreement legally binding contract? That's a question I ask people because they go off and do crazy things on platforms. Like, I had somebody who was not happy that I am a never Trumper. I've always been a never Trumper. When he announced he was running for office, I'm like, this guy is running for office? He's a Democrat. Oh, he's gonna lie to everyone and say he's always been a Republican after only having switched just recently? Okay. That told me everything I needed to know. That and the fake gold on the escalator, and the fact that he'd already been convicted of fraud at least 2 times. Well, not him personally, right? His corporate shell was found guilty of fraud. the charities, I think 2 charities, and the university. How do you vote into office a creepy, patently unpatriotic, patently un-Christ-like, patently un-American, sociopathic, trending, narcissist-sounding, chauvinist acting guy that we didn't know what we know now about him, right? We didn't. But the day he rode down the escalator, I said, this is not going to be good for America. You know why? He's been convicted of fraud twice. I skipped the part about how it was his charity that got shut down and they took the legal hit. No. In my mind, because that's one of those nonsense rich people games. We're so rich, you can shut down my corporate entity and I won't suffer legal ramifications. And I can just write it all off as a tax write-off. Fraud. A fraudulent university, a fraudulent charity, a fraudulent wine company, everything he said is a scam. Alright. When is the dates? Tell me when. I just want to know what dates this is going through. I don't want to see. Connection failed, unable to connect. Oh yeah, I missed it. Or I've got to sign up. I wasn't here to play that actually. We're here to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And oh my god, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is already ready to drop. It's available on Game Pass and it's a $30 upgrade to the whatever edition. Upgrade to the Vault edition. I did that last season. Yes, I did. We're going to do it this season maybe. I don't know. And there's new Indiana Jones DLC. And Outer Worlds 2 is dropping. Oh my god. Dear video gaming industry, how am I supposed to keep up with all the stuff you throw at me and successfully orchestrate my global current events public discourse content at the same time? It's one or the other. And then I get burnt out trying to do both. But anyways, here we go. I'm going to shut up. I'm actually going to do this the right way. I'm going to turn on my speakers and crank it up because I love the way this sounds on the speakers. I'm going to mute this microphone. I'm going to tell DJ Zed to crank it up for a second. We're going to enjoy the onboarding, and then we're going to just dive right in, folks. I'm going to talk as little as possible, and I'm going to focus on making sure that I still don't suck, that I don't suck any more than I used to. We're going to poke around and explore and see what's going on. We're going to poke around and explore and see what's going on, but also I just want to dive into a freaking Nuketown match, right? So, thank you for being here. Let's get to it. And also, if the world building stuff interests you, be sure to check out the last couple episodes I just dropped. World Building Project episode 000, part 1, part 2, and part 3. They are all also available indefinitely on my YouTube archive. So if you're that much far ahead in the future and seeing some clip that I made out of this, be sure to go to YouTube. All right, DJ Zed, knock it off. You're awesome. No, crank it up until the end. I'm going to mute my mic first. Bye. Here we go. I'm glad I checked. There's a new video. DJ Zed. I'm sorry. I know you're really close to ending, but just get the fuck out of Dodge. Get out of here. Off. There's a new video. Let's take a look. What season is it? Is it season 6? I guess we'll find out. The video is going to tell us what season we're in. If I mislabeled the season number on this title video, I'll edit it in post for when I export it to YouTube archive. It'll be correct. All right, here we go.
work.
Enemy fast movers destroyed.
Containment breach in progress.
Oh, you and I are gonna make some sweet, sweet music.
Ass-kicking mode activated.
Oh dear.
Breach strike is imminent. Stadium is open for business. Coming in hot!
That's the good stuff.
Well, we learned one thing today, friends, is I mislabeled it by a number too far. I think we set up to read this as a... Oh no, I guessed correctly. It's season 5. Hoorah! Let's go. All right, for reals now. The actual intro and onboarding of the game fully, and there might be an update. We're going to poke around and look at the battle pass, etc. We're going to review my loadouts and make some tweaks and reacclimate to the whole environment. Here we go.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go.
Stop looking backwards, Dayton. What matters is what you do next.
A lot of people counting on us for answers.
Spectre 1, report. Need a sit rep.
This isn't real.
The hell it ain't!
Pull it together, man!
So eager to leave, David.
Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
Wow. I'm not kidding. I'm a little blown away with wowzers awe impressiveness. Not because I think there's something technologically impressive new happening here. And this is something that I see in the social media surrounding Call of Duty. There's so many fanboys that don't understand the artistic vision that they are exploring.
They want the game to stay in whatever, and I've said this before, pin on the corkboard. It's a theme I'm going to try to explore artistically in my fan fiction about gaming in a universe where gaming is your job all the time. You know, like everyone's job is it. Everyone's job is logging into a game. Like this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, give yourself a self-guided tour of the Zeppoverse by visiting solo.to/Mr. Zeppo and orientating yourself. You might find yourself eager to be on the ground floor of something that will arguably, if I ever get the money, investment, capital dollars to make it the way I want to, the way it looks in my fucking brain, that it's been stuck there since Ronald Reagan was in office, mind you. In various iterations, it's evolved and changed over time as new information came to light. As the saying goes, new information has come to light, man. And I'm inspired by all the media that other people are creating. But here, to come back to my point about the trolls and the haters on the... One of the most cliched comments of the last 3 years is, in terms of the Call of Duty community, and I'm putting on my video gaming pseudo-journalism hat now. In terms of me encountering it on social media as an average Joe Schmo, middle of the road, I was a greenhorn total noob to Call of Duty. Never touched it, never played it, had never bought it, had never watched live streams of it, had only known it from headlines and splashes into the news articles and seeing it on the shelf far away. Always wanted to play it. Always, always, always. From launch till this thing, which will now, I think we're going to be celebrating our 4th anniversary, my 4th anniversary of doing something which many people probably mock and ridicule. But as a hobby, as a side hustle, keep that in mind. It's got a multi-level challenge. How good can I just get at the game for the fun and shits and giggles of being a manly man in the Call of Duty community that's good at the game? I don't mean to brag, but this is one of those, I'm not going to put the word humble in front of it. This is one of my brag, like it's a flex. I'm in the top 5% of the entire Call of Duty community in terms of non-ranked multiplayer. I'm not in ranked. I used to play ranked, but those, like, there is a tier, category, level separation. I'm an old salty dog, and the people populating the ranked leaderboards are, on average, at least half my age, and have been playing the game more regularly and more often than I have. Now, my long-term plan, both as a real-life gamer and as an aspiring author that was like, I believe in the axiom that you can only write what you really know, even if you're delving into flights of fantasy and strange new worlds. Not to get sued by anybody who owns any of those phrases as titles of other properties. But I sincerely mean this as an artistic expression. I couldn't have written any characters in a fan fiction 1,000 years from now, cyberpunk, cybermedia, dystopian future, action-adventure, rom-com, serialized short story series that turns into a novel if I hadn't played it. And I don't just mean like fired it up a couple times and checked it out and taken notes. I mean done the work. I have not yet tried to climb the leaderboards, but I have embedded myself in the community. I have earned respect in certain quadrants of the community, dare I say. And I know that some people will sneer at this, but this is A, for the world building, and B, for the reality of it. I'm not talking to the people outside of the Call of Duty enthusiast community who may know me from other social media perspectives and want to come in and judge me about it or argue with me about certain individuals. If I log into Call of Duty Mobile, and we can go do this right now actually to prove the fucking point, and I think Call of Duty Mobile being one of the most well played, like people play it, the most active, long-lasting mobile versions of platform PC games in the marketplace, and there's a lot, right? There's dozens and dozens. We're gonna go on a learning journey experience together when I start logging into all the Call of Duty adjacent games that I haven't played on my iPad in a hot minute during this hiatus to see how many of them are still around. But I guarantee you, let's go pop over there. Are we on the iPad Pro? Let me check. Let me see. What are we looking at here? Let's... iPad Pro, raw feed, go. I haven't touched any of this in like forever. I haven't live streamed in that's almost a whole month that I just didn't. I was burnt out. When I log into Call of Duty Mobile, and I've probably been unlogged, so I probably won't be able to prove this right away without cutting away to enter my credentials. But it takes between 30 to 67 seconds before someone sends me an in-game invite to be like, join my squad, let's go. Because I only play ranked in Call of Duty Mobile. I don't know why it's different, and I don't know why I do better. I have failed to achieve my ranked achievement goals in Call of Duty Mobile many, many, many a times. Just like I just totally waffled on Season 4 in Black Ops 6. Like embarrassing even if I was a casual player to have just let it go that long and not logged in 3 times to play a couple of matches. Okay, yeah, it looks like I gotta actually log back in after having not logged in a while. So, excuse you. Y'all don't need to see my credentials. What do I sign in with? I guess I can sign in with that. Not to brag and boast or make too much of a stink about it. I'm also a complete nobody. Nobody watches my live stream. I got one viewer, and I don't know who that is. And it's probably a chatbot that lurks me for chatbot purposes. It might be, the government. What's up, either of you, 2 friends? No, I'm kidding. Whoever is lurking, thank you for lurking. And if it's my angel investor, go to sleep. It's way past your bedtime, and thank you for lurking. Because I know what you do in the morning. Oh, look at that. What? Oh, am I gonna get? Do I have another chance to get that? This is a whole drama saga. Oh, come here. I hadn't swapped you back. Welcome to Call of Duty Mobile. There is a daily login rewards thing that always pops back on. That over the last year, I have failed 3 times to do and complete. Because I just never mind taking a 3-week hiatus from live streaming at all. Inclusive of everything, but just effing up logging in. Never mind logging in to Call of Duty. I don't know why. You would only care if you are a Call of Duty nerd, but given that I am writing a Call of Duty fan fiction, fan art, serialized short story collection of interconnected multiversal stories that always are going to interlace themselves with Call of Duty and their whole universe. Because in the future, my Mega Mogul... Hold on a second, you guys can't hear me. In the Zaboverse, it's 1,000 years in the future, and people forgot about video games and then remembered about video games because my character, as a super monolith mogul of all things gaming, or all things computer simulation, before gaming, and because we forgot about gaming, I rediscovered it, and then by rediscovering it, I owned all of it. It was like someone tapping oil for the first time and saying, in perpetuity, never mind different companies, fuck off, I own all the oil. Wouldn't that have been clever? I wish if I
You know the question, if you had a time machine, what would you do? I've never had a satisfactory answer. And we'll come back to this purple dude in a second. But now I know what the answer is. I just struck or. If I had a real life DeLorean Back to the Future style time machine with the Mr. Fusion already installed so I wouldn't get fucking stuck, and with postmodern punchable, what do you call it when you have a not flat tireable super mega tread tires that are like open design. There's no compressed air because it's all a fucking honeycomb of nanobots or whatever. I would fly that DeLorean, and also it's got to have the wheel conversion that's like now I can hovercraft fly. And that's given because I love all the 3 movies. Pin on the corkboard. I still haven't done my Mr. Zeppo's totally irrelevant media review miniseries on that trilogy, but it's in the works. Jesus Christ. I need a moment. Okay, so what am I saying? If I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and do a very select set of things. Preemptively prevent the world from ever inventing slavery, first of all. Be the first person to discover oil and create a global arrangement that in perpetuity I would be the agency that did all the work and managed the profits so that they were distributed equally amongst the entire population of the planet in such a way so that no one ever suffered in poverty. And I would repeat that with every major natural bullshit. It doesn't matter. It's just a thing in the ground. But somebody decided it was worth something, and then we built a man-made, completely imaginary hallucination of it having so much more value than everything else that it makes you a bazillionaire. Like commerce, economy, currency. The reason why gold and diamond and fun fact, diamonds are really super expensive and supposedly really rare, but they are literally all over. Chemically speaking, scientifically speaking, they are one of the most ubiquitous substances on the universe. We just haven't gone out to go collect it out there. If we did, we'd crash the diamond market. According to astrophysicists, like the really cool ones that I actually think are legit. And wood, like plants, which, by the way, science has also proven can feel pain and communicate to each other. They are this close to acknowledging that they're probably sentient in a way that we just don't want to wrap our brains around because they don't have a brain. Or at least we don't see a thing that we think of as a brain. Perception is everything. But plants map and traverse their topography. They don't move, but their roots know where the nutrients are. And when they connect to other plants, they communicate to each other in a network. And then you layer in the fungal mycelia issue and how there's evidence that those things aren't just a squishy, weird, foamy plant, but maybe a conduit for a function of how consciousness works in the universe. And that's not hippy dippy new age nut job talk either. That's straight up cutting edge science that they're like, yeah, there's something really interesting about the mycelia and how it facilitates communication between especially old growth trees that are really big in a way that would imply, suggest, and or seem impossible without some kind of consciousness and some kind of native to them intelligence. Everyone that is a person and an ambulatory meat sack of blood and bone says, but they don't have a brain. I'm like, what is your brain? It's just another squishy bit in your squishy collection of squishy bits clinging onto your bony bits, which are hard but so brittle that they snap in half. You are a free roaming plant that turned red and juicy. Let me drop a truth bomb that I've been dropping for literally 40 fucking years, and no one takes me seriously when I say it. Scientifically speaking, we share somewhere between 55 to 69% to some say 75% genetically identical genomic material with cabbage. And by extension, I would suppose plants. We do. And I'm including myself as an actual natural-born human being right now, the artist, not the character, because I will stand on this hill. Plants are alive. I am alive. All things that are alive are related to each other because all life on this miserable rock, except for the robots that have been stranded here since the original first pre-compression ice age, which is what I call it, because you had to get a certain level of compression. But before that, for like tectonics to start, plate tectonics, right? Before plate tectonics, you wouldn't have oceans, you wouldn't have continents. But so there was this certain level of accretion and compression that was necessary to get there, and then life starts. But before that, there was a massive, totally globe-encompassing ice age. Why am I still over here? Why are we looking at this dude? Come over here to the cam, dude. There was a global... This is not the ice age that we talk about and argue about in science. This is an ice age that science hasn't recognized yet because there's no way for them to have measured it because there wasn't even plate tectonics yet. But ice of like a chemical ice, not necessarily a water ice, but I don't know the details either because it's all blurry because I banged my head up. But this planet at that, and I don't have an exact year because the calculations vary, and I'm in several multiplexes of different universes at the same time that are all exactly like yours, slippery sliding down the same doomsday kaleidoscope, but doing it weirdly different, and it gets confusing. And they all have the same origin story, but it varies wildly, and this is all canon in the Zeppoverse. So pins on the corkboard. We'll come back to this purple guy in a second. He is one of the incorrigible Mr. Zeppos. And I'm going to use these characters for art and reappropriate them and reinterpret them and use them in various ways. And one of them is going to be a weird, crazy science guy that's going to lecture the whole fucking planet on this fact. Because there's one Zeppo that was stranded on your planet Earth since the first pre-compression ice age, when it was like nitrogen ice or whatever, helium ice, whatever weird, funky variant that isn't H2O that like made ice, because there wasn't quite an atmosphere yet, but everything was coalescing and compressing, and the part that was ground, that is molten rock and shit, wasn't there yet. It was there in a different form, and it wasn't quite the solidified mantle and strata and you get to the molten core, and then the plate tectonics, right? It was just before that locked into fruition. And it's all a flow. It's all a particle, wave, form, function, spiral accretion disk of fractal recursion. But I digress. There was this massive, completely all-planetary encompassing ice age of like so many miles thick, it's absurd. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. And I got asteroid crash land deposited on this miserable effing rock, right smack dab in the middle of some epoch, endlessly long eon of that. And had to sit there all slightly discombobulated, disoriented, completely unaware of which dimension I was actually in. Like, you know, how in Marvel they have different numbers addressed to each Earth. It works the same, but I can't actually pronounce the identity labels because they're in a language you wouldn't understand. And that I can't say with this apparatus. And then, you know, everything else happened. All the stuff that you're familiar with, that, you know, the stuff that evangelicals are upset about and the atheists hardcore blind faith believing in, it all roughly happened like that, except that some of your so-called fringy scientists are right about, you know, there was like 4 or 5 different versions of your civilization before what you're going through now. And you all did the same fucking thing. We'll get to that. Pin on the corkboard. This is turning into a world-building episode. I'm supposed to be playing Call of Duty. But I have to get this out. Because the tough brotherly love of the part of me that is that robot that's been stuck here on that planet and has been therefore walking amongst all of you, and I am addressing not just the ambulatory meat sacks of talking bone and blood that consider themselves the apex creature, but all of you, because you can all hear me. The dolphins and the seahorses, and you get the picture. It's all one big spiral. I've talked about this before in my podcast. I've talked about this before in the live stream. I don't know if you can find the meme on my Facebook, but there's a really beautiful graph that I made into a meme that is scientifically accurate to the best of my understanding, like mathematically correct. And the people who scoff and laugh emoji at mathematics, you just make yourself look worse for doing that, and you don't want to accept it because is 2 + 2 4, or is it not? If you're going to respond with no, 2 + 2 is 11, then you can go right the off in yourself, because you know that's a load of malarkey. And if you know that 2 + 2 = 4, then you know that the rest of mathematics is built. Now, I'm not saying there isn't bad science. That's a whole rabbit hole. Let's not go there. I'm just saying mathematics, statistics is a different branch and can be used to manipulate. But so is the words that are coming out of your mouth, as much as my own, and anybody that's ever written or spoken or whatever. But mathematics is reliable, because if you can measure it and someone else can measure it and you get the same measurement, whatever that is, inches, photons, light waves, chemistry reactions, if you can measure it and chart it and prove it, this is what it looks like, this is what happened, this is the math behind it, and you over there somewhere else with the same equipment can replicate it and duplicate it, that mathematics is solid. And no matter what else is going on, I believe that is evidence of a divine thing, but not what all the malarkey organized religions that are obviously a bit corrupt. And I don't mean just the one. If it's organized and it's taking people's money and it's lying through its teeth, ain't no better than politics or government. But that's some deep radical fictional literary books series talk from the book series you haven't read yet, because we're writing it right now live on stream, even though we're supposed to be playing Call of Duty. Welcome to the Zeppoverse. I'm a robot from a parallel parallax universe, dimensional multiverse, neighbor to your own. There's a great video I saw recently that I wish I'd bookmarked so I can play it for you right now, that explains how parallel dimensional universes can be nested and nestled next to each other and intangibly separate from another, but also if you get to the right place you could also flip over and be there, but I don't have it in front of me. But it's all about black holes and white holes and the parallax diagram of like flattening them out into, flatland style mathematics to draw coordinates of like, oh, this is where those regions would be and this is where those regions would not be, and the math indicates that if there's a black hole and a white hole that crosses junctures, then you can get there. But I digress. That's neither here nor there. What are we talking about? The Zeppoverse, the book series. There's sample chapters on Wattpad. Got to hyper promote. Got to get on it. Right. Call of Duty. I'm excited because I want to get this character because he's totally on brand, totally my colors, and I've repeatedly failed and flubbed getting it. Ooh, look at that, a little purple thing. Striker multifaceted. Let's equip that somewhere. Sure. No, definitely not there. Yes. Just for shits and skills. Let's go. I remember how this goes. Wait, hold on. Let me flip-flop the screen so you guys are looking at a better angle. I haven't logged into this in long enough that I'm embarrassed. Match now, let's start. I don't know what this is, but let's go. we just jumped into a match immediately. Welcome to the game. We're supposed to be playing Black Ops 6. We're playing Call of Duty Mobile instead. Only because I'm just dropping back into the games that I have not touched or played in an embarrassing long period of time when I should have been working my grind and working my hustle. Here we go. It's time to pay attention. I need to crank up my headset audio.
Domination.
Let's go.
Capture the objectives.
It's an objective one.
Enemy taking A.
Favorite kind. Someone upstairs? They cleared it. There's no one on this patio, so we're gonna come back around here and protect C for a hot minute. That's right. You gotta protect your bases. Out of my space, bruh. And it's embarrassing that I'm better at Call of Duty Mobile than I am at Black Ops 6. But for some reason or another, I am. Maybe because I played it that much longer. And it's a little bit just more hardwired in my, and maybe the timing is just a little different. Oh, they got me. They got me good. Let's go. It's a machine I've used. I use that machine.
Target.
We've taken the lead.
Someone's over here.
Losing Bravo.
What the? How did they sneak up on me? Sorry. There you go. I just wasn't facing the right direction.
UAV online. We lost
Let's
B.
go a
We
completely
lost
different
C.
route.
Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Losing Alpha.
Let's go to Alpha. Don't let them take shit. You don't let them take shit. Why did they leave? They're trying to trap us?
Losing B.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, team.
We're capturing C.
敵と交戦する
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
Round and out. Let's go, friends. We're only going to do one match of Call of Duty Mobile, and then we'll jump back to Black Ops 6, because that's what we're supposed
Capture
to be
the
playing.
objectives.
But I needed to log into this too.
Enemy taking Charlie.
Now we've knocked it out.
Enemy has Charlie. We captured A.
And I effing love both all of the games. Come on.
We captured Bravo.
Let's go.
Losing A.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's right, motherfuckers!
Enemy UAV spotted. UAV online. Losing Bravo. We captured Alpha.
ターゲットを捉えたターゲットダウン
Lost Bravo.
F out of my face!
ターゲットダウン
Where are we trying to save a thing?
We've
What?
taken the lead.
Who's shooting? Where was that?
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
Enemy down
Captured C. Friendly shot on C incoming.
Target down Tango down
I'm sorry. Did I just destroy your afternoon?
Losing C.
ターゲットを捉えた
Sentry gun deployed.
Enemy down
Killer drone on standby. Losing Alpha. We captured B.
Tango down
Sentry gun ready for deployment.
Oh,
man.
I was not expecting that. They got me good right there.
Lost Alpha. Losing B. Hunter-killer drone deployed.
Go get it. Go get it, Hunter Drone.
We captured Charlie. UAV online. Friendly Shock RC is coming. We're almost there. Keep it up.
Kapow! Dun, dun, dun. Here we go, here we go! We're gonna clip this bitch right there, baby. Woo!
敵と接触
This sits really good in the hand, and it cools the smoke down really good. We gotta put a post. No, not there, buddy. I meant to put it in my other thing. Whatever. Hold on. Let's see if we can fix it. We gotta go over here. Kill that. Discard. Oh. Save this. Close it.
Just another day. Good job.
Everybody gets a blue thumbs. Oh, I just gave myself a thumbs up. Damn it. Okay. So blah blah blah. This is ranked, but we reset to the end of the beginning of the end. I'm out of beverage. We're gonna click on the clicky things and get out of here. Okay, let's download all because we know that there's that happening. Yep. Okie dokie, friends. We are going to let that process get proceduralizing, and then I'm gonna run real quick up and down the stairs in just a second. We'll come back. We're gonna. I want to bounce out of the game, but if you do that, then it won't finish downloading. That's one of the catch-22s that get you in. I'm gonna go grab something to swallow in my mouth. That sounded horrible. I'm gonna go get a beverage to drink. It's the same thing, just different words. And we'll get back to it over there on the Xbox. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which I've been woefully neglecting. And we're gonna try to jump back in and reintegrate ourselves into the matrix of the Call of Duty community. By the way, friends, I've got a very important, I think, special notification for all the people out there that are talking about. Have I already mentioned this on this episode today? You can't escape the matrix. You are the matrix. The womb that is Mother Nature and Goddess Earth and the vast cosmos itself is the matrix, the reality. It's not a simulation. You're not in a computer. It is fractal holographically recursive in its form and function and nature.
which would easily confuse people who think computers are more powerful than reality. But I digress. No one is an NPC. People are of different orders of magnitude of consciousness development. But that's a whole pin on the corkboard. We'll talk about it more before we finish out the year, and we've talked about it before. Tune in to the podcast, the almost daily nugget of Zencast, Zen, and also totally unauthorized and explicit readings where we do the deep, serious dive into the metaphysical science and discussion of those topics. Meanwhile, as soon as I return, we'll be getting into Black Ops 6. DJ Zed, entertain the folks for a hot second, would you? Please, and thank you. No, not that one. This one. DJ Zed, come on. There we go. With Rebellious Revolutions of Uprising Robots. That's the name of the track. DJ Zed. This is very real. This is very raw. This is very unauthorized and unscripted. Gaming, comedy, stand-up, fiction, world-building, collaborative, blah, 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 blah. Be right back. Okay, friends, we're back. I set the. I don't know why I did that. I think I should just cancel out of that. Let's just cancel out of that. Oh, no, I guess I can't. I set the preloader. The shader loader pre-play area code. Over on the air. No, I canceled that. Good. Okay. Bye-bye, Major Mochico. There's a new Destiny Mobile. Good grief. I gotta check that out. It's apparently downloadable. Oh, we're getting it. Oh, it's a pre-order. I'm not gonna commit. Let's go. Back it up. I didn't show you guys. That was over on the iPad. I'm sorry. I was on the wrong screen. Here we go. I thought I was logging out of Call of Duty and switching over. Back to Black Ops 6. DJ Zed, cut it out. You're wonderful. You're way too loud. Thank you very much. That was Turbulence of Destruction and Undulations. You make these titles up every time. You just new titles every time you play this, and it's the same stuff. Get out of here, DJ Zed. Alright, let's dive into Black Ops 6 and see what's new and poke around and look at my loadouts and jump into a match. I may play this headset free with the speakers on, so I may not chat at you for a minute, but let's enjoy the gaming action and proceed from there. I'll chat to you on the other side of this match. Here we go. Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Probably some Nuketown. I'm just gonna jump into what I love and know. Here we go. Okay, friends, we just encountered something interesting and new and interesting. So if you're on Game Pass, let me move it over here because I don't want to show you my freaking magic numbers. But if you're on Game Pass, I think that qualifies for the pre-order. I'm going to back the F out and read a little more carefully. Pre-order Black Ops 7, $69.99, included in Game Pass. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 cross-gen bundle includes cross-gen bundle Call of Duty Black Ops 7, pre-order or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the open beta Reznov challenge pack. And then if you get the additionally, okay, let's go back over here. Let's go back to the Xbox view. I scrolled away and then I didn't bring it back. Okay, so this may not be news to you. It's news to me, and we're going to talk about it. That's the pre-order, the $30 bump if you are already on Game Pass. Many people are. Many people are not. But if you are already on Game Pass, then you get the default $69.99 pre-order included in Game Pass. That's
thing about the deal that happened that people underappreciated because Black Ops 6 was not part of it. Now it's a pre-install. Basically, it's saying if you don't have Game Pass, you pay full price, $69.99. And if you do have Game Pass, you pre-register to pre-install it and get access to the open beta and to whatever the Reznov Challenge Pack is. And if you want to bump it up to include the Operator Collection, the Mastercraft Weapon Collection, the Black Ops 7 Black Cell Season 1, Black Cell level Battle Pass, the Ultra Gobblegum Pack for zombies. If you're really hardcore into zombies, that's one of those perks that people want. Permanent Unlock Token at launch, because of the Permanent Unlock is for when you get past level 55 and you get into your thingamabob. Something I had never done until this year before, and then until I waffled. Ooh, I think that's interesting. This is a very robot-y episode or year. And then the Reznov Challenge Pack and early access to beta. So that's $30. If you've already got Game Pass, it's only $30.
So it's gonna ask you for your thing, and if you're gonna sign up for it, then you plug in your numbers.
We're not gonna deal with that now. We're gonna leave it alone. Not right now. We're gonna take that screenshot though. This is the event. It ends in 86 days. And the event is just pre-order the thing. Let's go look at where I was this last first half of the year before I waffled out. But actually, this doesn't make sense anymore because this is where I am. I already finished 1 through 55 for the first time ever in my Call of Duty 3.5 year Call of Duty gaming history. Some people have been playing for 20 years, so they won't find this impressive. But to me, it's meaningful because I missed out on all that time. You guys are way better than me because you've been playing for 7 years or 5.5 years or 10 years or 11 years or 20 years. I haven't. I'm twice your age. I've been playing for 0% of the time. But I, for the first time ever, broke through the prestige system. And each year the prestige system is different. But whatever. This year I got there. And I've made it not just through I think I got into prestige a little bit right at the end last year in the previous title. But not very far. And this year I'm most of the way through. Even though I fucked up this past month and didn't play for a month and ruined the last battle pass for myself. And I don't think they're gonna do a interesting side note, pin on the corkboard in the gaming news industry. Something I've not seen any reporting on in any of the gaming journalist things that I follow on the interwebs. But one of the coolest, if you're a nerd and you like the game and you're into it and you're playing it for all those reasons, and you weren't there from the very, 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 very beginning of Call of Duty Mobile, which on this channel, in this house, we respect because it is central, and it's a sort of central nexus of canon and really great gameplay. I invite you to play. If you got a cell phone and you love Call of Duty, but you just want to play a little light match, you got an iPad, even better. It's more glorious on an iPad than it is on any cell phone, I assure you. And I think it looks great on a cell phone. It looks great on a cell phone. But my eyes are not the strongest they've ever been. And anyways, I digress. The comic book is there, the in-game comic book is there. They don't have that here. You'd think, dear Activision / Microsoft, please include moving forward. I know they do the cutscenes and the intros and the outros and the season stuff. We just watched some really great videos. But I mean a comic book. Have you seen the Call of Duty comic book in, let's go over there. Just for now, just because we're nerding out. Because we're nerding out on Call of Duty culture, right? Oh, what did I just do? Get out of here. Where's the game? If you've never seen this, you are missing out, my friend. If you've never seen this and you are a Call of Duty fan, hold on. Give me a close-up. My sibling in COD. If you've never seen this, and you think you're a Call of Duty fan, just for the comic, because you're a nerd and you're a fan of this game and you want to enjoy it, you ought to make room on your cell phone or make room on your iPad and install the game. And there's a lot of ads you got to click through in the beginning, and that's kind of annoying, but that's like the worst part. There are so many more games with way worse ads than Call of Duty. Okay, they've gone and put it somewhere where I don't remember how to find it anymore. It used to be like comics. It's not right there anymore. So give me a second. Where the F is the comic book? Let's see. Do we go here to it? No, this is like Battle Pass. I haven't bought the Battle Pass on Call of Duty Mobile in ages. So pin on the corkboard that I was talking about earlier. Look at, now it's on the corkboard. This is something I wish they would bring. Another thing besides the comics that I wish they would bring to the main line is that when you miss a Battle Pass, they do a redux and like give you all the best stuff, and you can just like pick it up for Call of Duty points that are not too crazy expensive. There's way more expensive Call of Duty points stuff in the marketplaces than this Battle Pass Vault. I've only gotten 2 of them ever in my entire history. One, I think, just because I wanted to get it, and it's like never gotten one before. And the other one because it had my favoriteest character of all time that I'd never gotten and that I know I'd missed and that I'd seen in posters. And I always wanted to get that character because, I don't know, they're just badass. And I am a lipstick executive, butch, swing lesbian trapped inside of whatever the fuck is this cisgendered man body. Put a pin on the corkboard. That's about my gender identity character in the Zeboverse book series, because we're going to explore all of the bullshit. Okay, you guys want to probably zoom in on this here. Let's go over here. Let's find the comic book. Come on, where the F is the comic book? Oh, they've just added this. This is a whole nother level. Now Gundam, like my brother might be into this. Like Mr. What's his name? Lord Xeris. I forget my own sibling's name. Lord Xeris would probably want to get Call of Duty Mobile on his iPad just to play that, because it's totally different. That's the crazy part. I tried playing it. There's a live stream somewhere. I don't know if I clipped it or if I don't think I saved it. 15 to the left. Ocean's Wave camo creators removed, and then a minute. Okay. I don't think I can get anything. What is this? I don't want to look at that right now. I want to find the comic books. Where are the comic books? Okay, we need to click on those things later. Comic books? No, also no. Where the F did they hide them? Oh, I gotta get the daily reward. Good. Yay, 50C. Not to be confused with CP. It used to be really easy to find, dude. What did they do to them? That's not here. That's some whole other thing. What is this mini mayhem? I don't know what that is, but that's a new mode. They're always here in the mobile app. They're always exploring and experimenting with modes in a way that would blow the main title players' brains and make them melt out of their ears, and they just wouldn't get it. But it's glorious, and I love it. They're always swapping out. They're having tournaments, built-in tournaments, with their own special map sometimes. It really wants me to click on that. Click on the tournament thing and get it over with. Let's go. Click on it. There we go. Season 19. I have not played in tournaments for a hot minute. They are a brutal grind on the weekends, because there's so many people that just like try to play this hyper pro and like lease out people to play with them or for them. Ugh, it's crazy. Where the F did the comic books go? It's not this megaphone thing, is it? I don't even know what that is. More announcements. Good. Get out of here. How do I get to the comics? Did they get rid of the comics? Did I just hype up something that they erased from the system? No. I cannot believe that just happened. I thought it was... Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, Battle Pass. And then down here. Boom. Look at that. There's a bunch of pages I haven't read yet. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. And wait for it. That's just that season. I don't know how far back this one goes back. This one goes back to 2020. But there used to be years of pages before that when we were closer to 2020. So there's comics to read here, friends. You see what I'm saying? And look, let's just tap into. Is that the newest one? That's the one that's about to unlock. So let's back up. Let's go to the oldest one, I guess. The chorus below. In the Indian Ocean off the coast of Malaysia, the research vessel, I cannot pronounce that word, has been adrift for 5 days. Kaihosha? It's a good comic. It's an interesting, readable, and it's Call of Duty, and it's characters you've seen, and it's characters you're gonna meet. It's all kinds of shit's going on in here. There's an It's sort of, you know what? It reminds me a little bit of the storytelling lore of Assassin's Creed, because there's definitely like an Illuminati thing going on, and like counter groups and like groups chasing other groups, because everybody's thinks the other group is the evil, nefarious thing that's about to destroy the world. But anyways, good stuff. If you're a Call of Duty fan, how are you not at least logging in to read the comic book every once in a while and play a match or two? It's dope as F. Okay, Xbox. Back to the Xbox. So, I was pontificating that that's where I'm at with Prestige. I'm sure people have already blown through this. Some people are that much better that they're already done with it at this point. I don't know. I haven't checked the global thing. But let's look at the other thing that's fun in Barracks. Oh, let's see what's going on in my challenges. Now there's stuff in my armory because I missed the battle pass. That's the great thing about this game. If you ever don't finish and don't unlock any of the free items, or if you've paid for the battle pass, you haven't unlocked the remaining stuff, the really interesting, meaningful, useful stuff will always end up here in the barracks. I know for a fact that this is working correctly because the last time I looked here, this page was empty. It like nothing in it. So this is all stuff that I didn't unlock during the last half of the last season, and last season was extended, so I'm embarrassed at myself. But now let's look at the stats. Combat record. This is where we're at. My Black Ops 6 lifetime, not that impressive. Win-loss ratio less than a 1. Elimination ratio a 1.1. But for me, that's overall record is kind of not horrible and bordering on an all-time high. And then if you look at my, pretty consistent. I used to be way worse than that. And then there's this leaderboards. I don't play ranked, so these are the global community unranked leaderboards. Okay, there's ranked leaderboards if you play ranked, and I'm not presuming or pretending to be rank worthy, but the goal is, I think, maybe this year I start dabbling in rank. Like actually start playing it once in a while, even if I never advance very far. I just start getting in there more often because it's harder. Everyone in ranked is better than even the, although a lot of ranked people just fuck around over here on casual, on non-ranked. Okay, but this is the thing that I kind of want to, my career, not eliminations, not wins, not critical damage, not career. There's your friends only. I'm 13 out of my friends. So I've got some really good friends, apparently. But if we go global, I'm in the... Oh, wait. Let me mute my face cam. Do you see my name down there in the box? And the percentile number next to it? This is the global community rankings. So everyone above me is like people in ranked that are like in the top 1,000 of the entire communities, because that's who's playing ranked. I'm in the top 4% of the entire global community for multiplayer, unranked, regular, not hardcore. Is that a flex?
where are you on this list? If you click the buttons I just clicked, go to career, and then you got to press down on the left thumbstick to switch between friends and global. And when you switch to global, you'll get a little yellow box at the bottom of your page. I don't think I'm on the... We can page down to the bottom of the actual list here. I think it goes to 1,000. I don't think I'm there yet. I think that's the top 3%, but I don't know. Some people say that's because like 10 million people left the game. I don't think it's true. I think it's because I don't sell. Okay, what's the free thing? Let's find a free thing. Free thing. There's a new weapon. There's a free gift. There's a bunch of new packs. Kapow. I'm not gonna equip that. We'll check this out more later. Oh, there's a bunch. It's a trap. That's what it makes me feel. The people who are like mad that Call of Duty's weird, interesting, and creative. You know how boring it looks when it's just the same 7 milsim camo suits? Gross. This makes it weird and interesting and bizarre and challenging and different than normal. Okay. Are we gonna look at my... Let's pick operators real quick. Armin, come here. Why do I have operators? Oh wow, there's some new additions. Stan Smith, that's hilarious. Who's this character? The Fisherman. Oh, it's from the movie series. Okay, what do we want? Who's one of my characters that like represents? I like to represent. I like that character a lot. Oh, wait. Isn't there, this guy got a thing that I like a lot? I forget what's all up in here. I don't remember. I still have characters from last year stuck in my head. And sometimes I go looking for them. I'm like, they're not there. What's going on? I'm like, what happened to my character? I'm looking for a Mr. Zeppo-y. Oh, wait. Foot Clan. I like the Foot Clan. He's very purple. That guy's also kind of cool. Alright, let's just go with that guy. Where is it? Come here. What do we got over here? Oh. Nara. Never got the unicorn. Actually, let's go with Frontman.
Begin the next game.
Frontman's dope. And hides well, if you're lucky. What up, Frontman? Where does this character come from? Where's my funny... Don't I have a couple of funny weed ones? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for all my funny weed shit. Where's my funny weed characters, yo? Oh, here, this is straight up. These guys are new. From last season. Okay, let's go with this.
Move, communicate.
I'm not gonna miss that. Okay, here we go, friends. We're gonna mute the mic so you don't get an echo chamber. We're gonna crank up the Xbox audio, and I'm gonna jump in and play some Nuketown. And as crazy as it sounds, I don't know how many matches I might play. I might play very few. We brain dumped, we wrote stuff, we played some Call of Duty Mobile, we dipped our toes, we activated our accounts once again. We're back, and we're going to play more often. We're also going to write pages more often daily, and we're going to drop podcasts more often daily. So tune in for all the mass content creation madness and meditate with me to freaking stop this cray-cray in the world while we support the protesters and play Call of Duty and protest, because violence is meaningless. And also, it's research from my book. Let's go. Nuketown 24/7. Jumping right in. It's been a hot second. We're going to love it. I'm probably going to suck, but maybe I'll be on fire. I don't know. Let's find out.
That actions have consequences. Hardpoint locked down. We're winning. Keep it that way.
Going on. Concussion grenade.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point. You're falling behind, Crimson. Hard point locked down.
Once they find out who you are, tactical incoming.
The lead is ours.
Tactical incoming. Enemy field upgrade.
Clearly authorizing UAV mission. I've killed. Authorizing CUAV ECM mission. Hardpoint located. TACCOM, get a watchdog helo overhead. Hardpoint active.
Operator establishing score streak. Incoming lethal.
Hostile scout pulse in your AO. Archangel, going in. Hardpoint is secure.
Calling in score streak. Throwing tactical.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hellstorm strike. Authorization Bailey.
Using field.
Archangel prepping fire.
Hostiles reclaimed the lead. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure. Bailey requesting watchdog helo above. Hey, don't make me.
Throwing tactical.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Using field upgrade.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Hostiles destroyed one of their
Excellent.
We've taken the lead. Stay on task.
enemies have destroyed your assault tank. Deploying Archangel. Archangel going up.
Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. We've given up the lead. Hardpoint locked down.
Operator establishing score streak.
Hardpoint identified. We claimed the advantage. Now hold it. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure.
Scout force standing by.
Operator establishing score streak.
Enemy tactical.
You people
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
tactical incoming.
Hardpoint located.
I'm happy to hear.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Archangel prepping fire.
Archangel's up.
Hostile sight.
Hardpoint identified.
Tackle. Commence watchdog helo mission.
Broken the principle of equality.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Deploying RCXD.
Tactical incoming.
Hardpoint is
You are
secure.
not allowed to stop playing.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Tactical incoming.
Enemy shooter.
Net call. Enemy watchdog kilo inbound. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Are you enjoying? Field upgrade destroyed.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Using equipment.
Hardpoint is secure. Time's nearly up. Close it down. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active.
You think
Hostiles
you're
have
a
captured the
VIP.
hardpoint.
Growing tactical.
They've taken the lead.
Engaging foot patrol. Your assault pack has been destroyed. Archangel going off.
Watchdog Hilo incoming on your location. Hardpoint located.
Operating RTXD.
Everyone is equal in these games.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Chance to fight fair and win. Hostile force using field upgrade.
You lost the fugitives again. Langley won't be pleased.
Bring them to me alive. Incoming stun! Target down.
Did I just unlock a new calling card? We're gonna have to go look. It flashed us this calling card because we made progress. We didn't unlock it. Alright. We're almost there with that. But we haven't bought the battle pass yet. Whatever.
Thank you, gentlemen. Well, thank you very, very much.
Intel says last of the moles have gone to ground. Digging them out won't be easy.
Then you'll be happy to hear the full might of the U.S. military is at your disposal.
Sims.
Words.
Holy shit. They're giving us the keys to the toy box?
Think of it as a welcome home present. So, where do we start?
Payback's a bitch.
Shoot, move, communicate. Payne, reporting his orders.